Hi, friends. So my friend Joy, my client Joy, allowed me to review this exercise that she's doing for everybody. So she was supposed to do a ultra deep kettlebell squat. Now, we are also doing Ukrainian deadlifts or well deadlifts with her, which is a very similar thing for a novice, except the difference is how much you're hinging in the hip and how much you're bending in the knee to make it more of a squat or more of a deadlift. So let's see what she's doing here. She's grabbing the weight. The weight is a little bit too far from her. It could have been right there where she picked it up, like exactly underneath her. That would be better, but still not bad. She grabbed it straight back, chest up, knees out. Good so far. You can see that she shrugged a little bit at the top, so that means the weight is probably light. If you can shrug with the weight that you're squatting or deadlifting, it's probably too light. And she's going all the way down to the ground, which is awesome. Very good mobility in the hips. Slightly uneven left to right, but we all are, so that's fine. Okay, so good so far. Let's now see how she lowers that weight when she's done with the exercise. Boom! Did you notice the difference? This is the squat, okay? Pay attention. Do you see that she's keeping her hips mainly, she makes her hips go down. Now she completely straightens her knees and just hinges in her hip. So that is a deadlift, right? So in case I ask you guys to do a kettlebell squat or a dumbbell squat versus a deadlift, this is the difference, right? This is a deadlift. If I could rewind it, so she would get up exactly like that, that would be the deadlift. Let's see the next exercise. All right, so this is dumbbell deadlift. And I want for you to pay close attention to first how Joy's picking up the weights. So when your hands are touching the weights, that's when the exercise starts. The exercise doesn't start when you think it starts. It starts when the weight is in your hands, because realistically, that's when you need to set your body up for success or for failure. And if you don't, you can get hurt. So I would say the weight is probably a little bit too far from her if she's doing conventional deadlift. So if it was a heavy RDL where she couldn't go so low, I would probably do it with the weight closer to her legs and pick it up as a conventional, and then start her RDL from the top when everything is already contracted, glutes and quads and core. It's harder to do it from the bottom. It's doable, and sometimes I would prescribe for clients to start from the bottom. But if you're a beginner, it's just a more compromised position, so you need to be more careful there. Okay, so picks it up. The weight is pretty close to her legs, and now it shaves her legs and hinges in the hip at the top, leans a little bit back to lockout. This is a pretty good deadlift. Yeah, it's been probably a little over a month that we've been lifting, and we can do a solid dumbbell deadlift now. I think it's a success. But regarding the previous exercise where she was doing the dumbbell deep squat, and at the end she did a deadlift, this is what a deadlift would look like from the side, right? You would slightly bend your knees, and it doesn't matter, conventional or sumo, right? The hinge is mainly in the hips for the deadlift. When you do a squat, you mainly bend your knees. Everybody knows that. When you do deadlift, you bend your knees minimally, only to allow for your hips to get in the strongest position most of the time. So I hope this helps. If it does, hit a like and subscribe. And editing Katya goes by to edit long videos now.